Go.
Hi, I'm Nicole.
And I'm Riley.
And we're here to give you some tips on how to study for your Japanese 101 and 102 classes. So the way that these classes are structured, it's called a performed culture approach, which means that you're going to be learning scripts to be able to learn the language. You're not only going to be able to speak the language, but you're going to learn how to do body language, facial expressions, and silences even in some parts are appropriate to be able to communicate in a culturally appropriate way rather than just, learning the grammar and speaking the vocab.
And so the way the course is going to be set up is through a series of scenes. So you're going to have like scene 1, scene 2, and scene 3, and there's going to be characters and plots and stuff, and you'll get to know them and their lives pretty well. But essentially what you're going to be able to do is, through these scenes, encounter social interactions that might actually occur in in Japan. And so by learning to not only perform the scripts, but also engage in a very Japanese way with your classmates.
So you'll do this by learning the scripts, as he said. You're going to start out by memorizing. Well, you'll memorize the scripts. You're going to start out by listening to the audio files. So before you even look at your textbook, just listen to the audio files a couple times. Try and figure out what's happening in the scene before you read the textbook.
And then from there you can go ahead and look at the video. There will be accompanying videos and see if your understanding of the scene was actually accurate, and take note of areas where you didn't understand something or something was different than what you expected.
And then from there you can look at the English equivalent and figure out how the Japanese corresponds to the English and what's similar and what's different. And then finally, after you've looked at the English, you can look at the Japanese, figure out all the little grammar points, all the little details that you didn't understand the first time through, learn how they work and how they fit into the sentence and how they work within the script. And then the most important part is to just practice saying that script over and over again. There's 2 different roles, and so just take each role and go over and over again until you can just say it smoothly and confidently without any problems.
Definitely. And in your book, there's also going to be things after the actual dialogue and the vocabulary called behind the scenes. And it's going to explain not only like grammar points, but also cultural things about words and why people use certain expressions over others at certain times. And so those will be your best friend as you're actually going through and learning from the book.
And just make sure that you're listening to the audio a lot, because pronunciation is really important. And that's the best way that you're going to learn pronunciation, is just by listening to that native speaker repeat it over and over again and trying to copy it the best you can.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, good luck.